Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of blackbordering every map in BTD6. Today, I got a special request from xastrothereal. We are playing Monkey Meadow today. This one's for you, my fella. And we're going to be using one of the heroes that I used very early on in the series, and that was ETN. And I think I want to use the ETN skin, the alien, or whatever you want to call it. And we're going to get right into the run today on Monkey Meadows, and I'm going to show you guys a fun guide on how to beat chimps on Monkey Meadow today. We're going to start off with an engineer. I don't really start with this tower very often. I think I maybe did on High Finance, but I haven't really used this tower very much, and I wanted to give it some love because it is a pretty good early game tower in chimps, as we are showing right now. And I think I want to put him on last just because he is really good at shooting down straight line. And then I'll put him down to first when this red balloon gets a little bit closer. But let's get a with what my strategy is going to involve. Let's get a boomerang as well. Let's put him right up here next to the engineer. And that should be enough to let me save up into ETN. I'm going to put the boomerang on last, and we can keep the engineer on first. I just want the boomerang to shoot down a nice straight path, and then the engineer can clean up anything that the boomerang misses. Max is here hanging out as always. I think I'll turn on my camera and just show you guys what he's doing. He's right there, playing with the screen. He sees the camera. What are you doing, bud? Alright, I'm gonna get ETN down here on round 10 because we have enough money to afford him. And yeah, Max is being a silly boy, as always. But that's enough Max for the day. I hear you, buddy. You're okay. I think he just kind of wants to hang out. But we're doing okay. I'm going to put a bomb shooter now at the front. You'll see why a little bit later. But let's keep on playing these rounds out. And I'm going to turn my fan to be a little bit higher because it is very warm in here. I think we're having issues with our air conditioning. So I don't want to be warm. I know I have a beanie on, which is kind of counterintuitive, but that's all right. And I think we might be able to use 2 tier 5s in this episode. I'm not 100% certain because one of the tier 5s I'm going for is a little bit on the expensive side, but I think the other one will be fine. Oh, this one actually has some synergy, but it'll be difficult for round 100, so maybe we just use a couple spike storms. But yeah, what we're gonna do is get bigger bombs, heavy bombs, and then we'll save up for really big bombs. And this is some really solid balloon popping power. It is very underrated as of update 54, but it keeps getting buffed and nobody really uses it. So I'm gonna use it in this run. I think it does 3 damage to balloons. And let me see, does it do 3 damage? I think it does. Yeah, it does. And then I'll get the missile launcher cross path, so we have a 3-2-0. Etienne does have camo detection for round 24, so that's going to be good. And we can keep saving up. And I think what I want to do on this boomerang is get a 0-1-1 and then 0-2-2. And then I want to get the Kylie boomerang and then eventually a Moab press. That is going to be some good round 40 defense. And then we can get a balloon impact, and then we'll have 2 towers, one of which does well at dealing with Moabs, and one which deals well with balloons. And then the engineer, we can do something with it later. I do have an idea of what I want to upgrade it to. I actually have 2 ideas of what I want to upgrade it to, and I'm not quite sure which one I want to do yet. One is the overclock, and the other one is the XXXL trap. The XXXL trap is not the tier 5 that I am going for today, even though we haven't used it yet in chimps. But if we have enough money, with the first tier 5 that I want to get, then maybe I can swing it. But again, the Moab damage is just not going to be there, so that's why I want to wait and just be patient. We're going to be close to getting Balloon Impact, and I think we can get Balloon Impact and the Moab Press by round 40. We most definitely can, because round 35 through 40 give much more than $3,000. Actually, round 38 and 39 by itself almost give you $3,000. So we're going to get the Balloon Impact, and then we're just going to save up for Moab Press, and then we can use our ETN ability on round 40, and we're going to have a really easy Moab takedown. So I'm going to save up for this Moab Press. We should be able to get it mid-round 37, and then we should be able to just hang out for a few rounds, wait until round 40, and then take out the Moab with some help from our friends. 37, I forget we don't have universal camo from ETN yet, so I'm going to use the drone ability to take out the camo whites, and then we'll be okay. Next up, I am going to get a village, because we have 2 primary towers. Why not buff them up with jungle drums in primary mentoring, or primary training? So let's just put them in this bottom left corner. Village is down, and then bigger radius, and then we'll get jungle drums. I'm not sure we'll be able to afford it at the end of round 40, but at least we've got the extra range going on. So let's wait for the start of round 40. We're $20 off from jungle drums, but that's okay. We're going to use the drone ability, and we should be able to shred this Moab. As soon as it pops, the Balloon Impact is there for cleanup. And now we can get jungle drums. We can get monkey business and monkey commerce as well, because it's only a $1,080 upgrade for the second tier on the bottom path. And we don't need camo detection because ETN just gave us universal camo. So let's get a 302 village, primary training with monkey commerce, and then we can start upgrading our engineer. And I think I'm just going to upgrade it to a 022 right now, because I still don't know if I want to go for the middle cross path or the bottom cross path. I think I'm going to buy one more thing, and that is going to be a bomb shooter right here, just in the bottom right. And I want to get a 032 and eventually a 042 Moab Assassin. And then once we have that afforded, I think I'm going to save up for our tier 5, and it's going to be the Balloon Crush. We have not used Balloon Crush in this series yet, and I thought this would be a pretty good map to get the Balloon Crush in, because the Balloon Crush is not necessarily the best on other maps. It's quite expensive to save up to. It's kind of gimmicky. It does 0 damage to round 100, but it takes care of everything else. It's kind of like the Monarch of Storms, except the Monarch of Storms got buffed to actually do good single target damage. So it's really just outclassed by the Monarch of Storms. And I haven't used Monarch of Storms yet, but I actually want to use that for a slightly tougher map. We're getting close to using every tier 5, and I want to save the good ones that I still have for maps that I might need it. That being said, we are absolutely destroying this map on chimps. I think with the Moab Assassin though, we can just continue to save up. We're only on round 50 and we're not struggling in the slightest. So what I'm going to do is just speed up the video until a round where we may need to start using abilities. So I'll see you guys maybe either in the mid 60s or into the 70s if we're really doing good. Alright, I'm going to catch in with you guys here on round 63 because these are usually difficult rounds, but I mean, look at this Balloon Impact go to work. Here's 40,000 pops. It's the most pops out of any tower that I have, and he is making it round 63 so easy that I don't even have to use any of my ETN abilities. And let's see how round 64 goes. This is a testament of how good our Moab popping power is. It's kind of a good benchmark for the middle of your chimps run. Round 63 asks you hey, is your balloon popping power good? And then round 64 says, okay, cool, your balloon popping power is good. Now how about your Moab popping power? And if you can get past round 64, that means you're pretty much set to save up for your tier 5. That's going to help you carry through the late game. So as we are doing pretty well right now, I think we can continue saving up. The next difficult round is probably not until the mid-70s, and we only need about $20,000 until we can afford our Balloon Crush. So I'm going to continue saving up, and I'll see you guys here in about 8 to 10 rounds. Alright, here's the thing. I don't think I want to get the XXXL trap because the Balloon Crush is going to be knocking everything back anyway, so it's not even like the XXXL trap is even going to get used. So I'll probably upgrade this a little bit later to an overclock, but for right now, we have round 75 to take care of. There's 2 packs of 3 BFBs, so I think I'm just going to use our UCAV ability. This should help us take care of this round. And then I'll use the drone swarm for round 76 because we are in regrow farm territory. We are able to handle those rounds, and we're now $3,000 away from our Balloon Crush. So whenever these BFBs start coming out on 77, I'm going to use an assassin ability, and I'm going to wait for our cooldowns to come back up, and then I'm going to use another UCAV, and we are good. Now we need to take out round 78. This is easier said than done, but what I think I'm going to do is just use a drone swarm ability, have it up, and then we have our Balloon Crush on round 78, which is crazy that I can afford a $60,000 tower on round 78, but that just shows how good the Balloon Impact and the Moab Assassin are when they are under the influence of a primary training. So what I want to do next is start getting some Moab popping power, because the Balloon Crush is very good at stalling, but it is very bad at doing damage, so it needs quite a bit of help to get the job done. I think what I'm going to do for this is get a couple more Moab Maulers and Moab Assassins, so I'm going to put 2 right over here next to the other one, and let's go 032, put them on strong. Let's get another one that's 032 and put them on strong, and then let's get, Etienne's range. We don't need it, I don't think. We'll be okay. So let me get another Moab Mauler here. And let me get another one. Oh, just right about here. And we'll put him on strong. Now we could just do Moab Assassin spam, which would be awesome. The Monkey Commerce allows this to be achieved. And the primary mentoring allows us to get... No way. Okay, we actually can't fit more towers in range, but we can get one up here. We can put them on strong. And let's start upgrading these to Moab Maulers, or Moab Assassins. Because with Balloon Crush, the only thing that we need to take care of is round 100. So I could probably beat this map with a ton of cash spare, but I'm just going to make it as easy as possible and take out these Moabs as quick as I can. I think another way to help out with that is to get an embrittlement at the beginning of the map. So let's get it up to a 310 and then eventually a 410. There we go. Now that is going to debuff every balloon that comes onto the screen and allow the assassins to do more damage. And from this point on, I'm just going to go for Moab Assassins. There's number 4, and there's number 5, and then we can just go boom, 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 and this is where we start to see why the Balloon Crush is kind of annoying, because it's hitting balloons as soon as they get onto the screen, and it's not even like my Moab Assassins can hit them, which is slightly annoying. Even the one that's way up here at the front of the track can't do anything. So we are just going to get as many assassin abilities as possible And then I think I'll probably get a Spike Storm and just put it at the front of the track. And then I'll probably use my UCAV abilities as well. Alright, let's get a Spike Storm, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the bottom path actually, just so I can set its target all the way at the front of the track. And we can start hitting some of these ZOMGs. Uh-oh, I did not mean to buy that. Okay, yeah, I did not mean to do that. Whoops. Alright, well, let's get another one. And let's set its targeting all the way to the front. And then hopefully this one allows me to start hitting the Moabs that come out. Round 90's here. I think I'm just going to use assassin abilities. Oh, the balloons aren't even technically on the screen, so it's not even like we can use our assassins. They have camo, so they should be able to hit DDTs. But there we go, we're going to get Moab Shredder, and then we should be okay now. And another thing I want to get is, I would love to get the Balloon Master Alchemist, but again, that leaves our round 100 damage quite lacking, but I think that's okay. How much is this tower? 43,000? Yeah, we can afford that for sure. Let's go ahead and do it. We're going to get the Balloon Master Alchemist in this run as well. A tower that is not necessarily known for being good. It steals money in chimps because the Balloon Master Alchemist, it turns the largest balloons, even ZOMGs, down to red balloons. And you don't get any of the money from the ZOMG being converted to red balloon. So every ZOMG that gets affected by it, it only gives you $1. Or not even $1, because you only get like 20% of the money from pops, like in late game, or 10% or something like that. So let's use some of our assassin abilities, and let's see how close we are to level 20. ETN is only level 18 right now, which is kind of annoying, but he should be able to hit level 20 soon, and then his UCAV will be able to hit all of the big balloons that come out onto the screen. I am going to use the UCAV for round 95 because I want to just get as much damage on these DDTs as possible. We'll get a Spike Storm in the middle of round 95, and I think this maybe means that I can't afford the Balloon Master Alchemist. I'm not certain. But yeah, we're starting to finally get overwhelmed by round 96. The Balloon Crush has to chase a little bit. I'm going to use my assassin abilities to hit the ZOMGs on screen. I'm going to use a Spike Storm and a UCAV just because we need damage. And then at the start of round 97, I am going to use all of our assassin abilities to do as much damage to the fortified ZOMGs as possible. And we pop one, and then we can use our assassin abilities for the next one. We'll use another Spike Storm. And we're not going to be able to afford the Balloon Master Alchemist, which is completely my fault. But what that does mean is we can afford some more Spike Storms. So let's get some of these down. Let's get one, and then I think that's all we can get. And then let's just get Cleansing Foam because we can. I mean, this is going to do absolutely nothing because we can't afford an overclock. But that's okay. We can use the rest of our money. Oh, we don't even need the perma UCAV. We just have it. And here we are. Round 100. I will use all of our assassin abilities, both of our Spike Storms, and our universal UCAV, and then we'll use the ETN ability. And there we go. That is Monkey Meadows on chimps with the Balloon Crush. Let's go to the home screen here and pull up the spreadsheet. And we can check off our Balloon Crush. And we can check off ETN for the second usage of him because we have beaten him, or used him to beat, what's it called? High Finance, and now Monkey Meadow. Astro, I hope you enjoyed that run today. That's just one of many ways to beat Monkey Meadows on chimps, but if you want to copy that strategy and use the Balloon Impact and Balloon Crush, then go ahead and be my guest. Thank you guys for watching. Love y'all, each and every one of you, and I'll see you guys in the next one.